Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today this video is gonna be about the gasser. I was gonna try to replicate the candy striper, but I'd rather do something different, or a little bit different, you know. So we're gonna start with this casting. I believe the candy striper is hot pink. I do have hot pink, but I'm going to be using cream pink just to make it a little bit more different. And I already made a video about the art that I'm going to use. I'll try to put a link somewhere here so you can see it, maybe catch up to date, even though I changed the name. As you know, there is a candy striper and there is a wicked gasser. So what I did was I combined both name, and I'm gonna go with wicked candy. All right, so that's gonna be the name. I'm gonna use cream pink, and I already have the casting apart. I just finished giving it a light polish here, as you can see. I don't want to touch it. I might go over it again, even though I think it's good enough. It's not perfect, but these Spectra Flame from the Redline shop do cover a lot, so I think it's good enough. So I'm gonna get this painted. Once I do that, I'll be back. Check it out. That's how the paint job turned out. So now I'm gonna be applying all the decals that I made, or tempos. There is two types of water slide. There is the transparent, which means for example here, if I were to place this right now in the car, everything that you see white, it's gonna take the color of the car because it is transparent, right? And then you have the white water slide, and the problem with that is that you have to cut like real close to the art. For example, right now, if this would be a white water slide, all this cut that I did around would not look good on the car. Then if you have a of course, before we continue, these are made in inkjet printer. There's also paper for laser printer, and on that note, there is also a laser printer which can print in white, right? So you could basically do this same one in transparent water slide, but the printer will actually print out the white parts. That's something very expensive, and I don't think it should make any sense to buy a printer like that just to make tempos. So since I want that to be white, right? And that's a transparent. The other thing that I do is once I make the design, I create a cut file. So I created this, which is gonna go first in the car, and as you can see here, we have the lines. If you saw the previous video, I was thinking about doing lines like the Amazon exclusive gasser, but I don't think I'm gonna do the lines, so I'm just gonna take the center part here. So So basically you create the design, you create a cut file, and the machine cuts out the design, and then you basically have to weed it out. So we have the two for the door here. That's the candy striper in case I decide to use it on another one. And these are gonna go on the side, and this is gonna go on the roof right here. This is what's gonna give the like the snake skin effect and texture. And this is one is for the hearse, and the other one is for the DSC Ultimate Chase logo and the racing class that's gonna go on the side. If you don't understand the classes of a gasser, I'll try to leave a link of a page where it basically explains what each letter means. Of course, I modified it a little bit because instead of GS, I did it XS for my initials. I could pretty much get away with transferring these since they're one piece with X-Acto blade, but this I'm gonna have to use transfer tape since they're all different parts. A transfer tape will take everything, will lift everything, and I could then transfer it to the car. The first thing I'm gonna apply will be this, which I'm probably gonna have to do off camera because it's gonna be kind of tough, because I have to use a hair dryer just to make sure everything, you know, bends the way I want it, and I don't want to mess it up. So once I install this, I'll be back. Okay. Alright guys, check it out. That's how the roof ended up. So now I'm gonna be doing the sides. Let me take here the little piece, and of course for me, I don't really worry about everything being like really straight, because the way I see it is, if Hot Wheels doesn't really worry about it, why should I? I haven't seen a real Hot Wheels car with everything aligned like it's supposed to in a long time. So I have it here, right? And of course you could use water that way, because you gotta remember this has a sticky back. If you watch my previous video, you're gonna know that I use saliva. Saliva is the best method for this, because saliva gives you the better option to move it around if you need to, and it dries quicker than water. There is even a product named Saliva specifically for applying small decals like this, but why buy it when you can produce it yourself? So I'm hitting it with a little heat just to make sure everything dries up. Check it out. So that should be good right there. And where are my, right here. The water slide. I'm gonna put this in water. It's gonna take maybe a minute. I always like to put it ink side down, because if you put the ink side up, it'll tend to float. Right? Should be good enough. So you try to slide it. So very hard to see with my gloves on. Here's the water slide. Let me get it more water on it so it doesn't stick where I don't want it to stick. There. So now I need to get a piece of napkin and so it can suck out all that extra water, and maybe use a Q-tip. Let me get that and I'll be back. Alright, so I got a piece of napkin here. Let me see, I have to do this on camera. So basically what I'm gonna do is go around it like this, so it'll suck up the extra water. And once I do that, I could use the Q-tip. I'm righty, so this is not the best angle for me here. So it's there. Let me hit it with some heat. So once I'm done installing all the tempos, I will have to clear coat it. So I can seal everything. But you get the idea, right? Alright, so once I install everything, I will be back. Alright, fellas. So after a long while, here is everything. Let's see if I could adjust this light here a little bit. I still have to clear coat. I have a 454 cubic inch decal in the front because we don't play around. The original Candy Striper has a Kang Engineering. This one is Savvy Engineering because I did it. And got the same thing on both sides. So now I'm just gonna paint all the details, all the window trims, and then I'm gonna clear coat. All right, boys, are you ready? This is a quick before shot, and this is the after. Check it out. So we have the Wicked Candy Gasser, multiple sponsors. We got Firestone in the back, Goodyear in the front, got the Hearst shifter decal. Like I mentioned before, we got the Savvy Engineering 454 cubic inch engine, got texture roof, front details, painted the radiator silver there. The class, like I mentioned before, it's AA XS for my initials. It's supposed to be GS, which is the highest class there is, or there was on the gasser section. Got a week of candy here in the back. And here it is, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you for watching. Peace out.